Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining Art in Barcelona 2024 Summer Program Info Session. Joining us today, we have Aina, the program professor, and we have Dr. Alice Yan, Director of Special International Program. Paula, she is representative from our program provider, AIFS. Thank you for joining us. And my name is Kelly. I am the program coordinator for Study Abroad program. And today we'll talk about the program detail for Art in Barcelona in summer 2024 and then answer your questions. Aina, would you like to get started?
Yes. Well, hello, good morning, everybody. Well, good morning, good afternoon, pretty much. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We have a little PowerPoint. All right, so we can get this started. Oh, here. Okay. All right, is everybody able to see the slideshow?
Not yet.
Oh, my screen. Oh.
Perfect.
Okay. Perfect. All right, so this is the first time that I run this program, and I'm actually very excited. I have been faculty at CSM for 4 years now, and I'm teaching in the arts department. I am teaching oil painting and drawing and figure drawing. And well, actually, I have to say, when the opportunity came out for me to put this course together, I was super excited because I am originally from Barcelona. And I've been living in that city for, well, pretty much all my life, except for when I came here to the Bay Area. And yeah, I always thought that it's a city that has so much to offer, and I am actually truly excited to put this program together. So that program is going to happen during the month of June of next year, 2024. We'll go over the calendar and I'll explain a little bit the activities that we're going to be doing. But first, I wanted to cover why is it a good idea to take a study abroad program, right? I don't know how many of you have been abroad for a longer time or have enrolled in a similar program in the past, but it is a very enriching opportunity. And especially, I'll allow myself to say, since I am a local and I know all the little nooks and crannies of the city, this is actually quite a great opportunity for you guys to not only get the tourist or like the outsider version of the city, but to get something a little bit more connected to what's the actual character of the city and what locals do, like me. And as you can see here in this slide, only less than 10% of the US college students actually take a study abroad program. And I myself, when I was in university, I studied abroad for a couple of years. And I have to say that was one of the most enriching experiences that I ever went through. It was 2 years, right? It was a little bit longer, but it gives you a chance to share time with other people who are also new to the city, who have interest to learn languages, to get to know different cultures, and basically, as we say in here, thinking a little bit outside the box, right? This is something that I have to say, being outside of your comfort zone makes you become a little bit more confident. You kind of allowed to rediscover yourself a little bit. You'll gain some new social skills. You'll learn to be more adaptable, to be more tolerant, etc. So overall, it's a great opportunity to just get to know a different culture. Okay, we have another student. I just admitted. Hello, welcome. We're just getting started. All right, so this is the calendar that we have for that month of June 2024. We are going to be arriving in Barcelona June 3rd, which is going to be a Monday. As you can see, we leave due to the time difference, there is always 1 day of lapse, right? So we're going to be departing the US in June 2nd. And we are going to be transferred to the chosen accommodation. There is an option that comes with the program already. We can discuss that later. And we're going to have a little tour around the city. And we're going to have an orientation meeting to get to know each other, to get to be a little bit familiar with the city and the program. All right, sorry, I'm admitting more students. Hi, welcome. And then the classes are going to run there. We're going to have either classes or cultural activities every day of the month, pretty much Monday to Friday, all the way from the beginning to the end. Some of those activities.
You want to just listen? Yeah.
Oh, hi. I'm going to, there you go. All of those activities are going to revolve around the art world, right? We're going to be painting and learning together Mondays and Wednesdays in the morning. And then the rest of the days, we're going to either go to museums, or we're going to go to guided tours, or we're going to take some classes. For example, we're going to have a cooking class that I'm actually very excited for. And then there's going to be day excursions. One of them is going to be to Sitges. You may see it. I don't know if you can see. Oh, I don't know if you can see my mouse actually when I move, but on Friday, June 7th, right? Okay, thank you. You can see Sitges. This is a very lovely town that is just south of Barcelona. They have a wonderful museum, and it's one of the cities where a lot of the modernist artists and painters back in the 19th century, they used to hang out. So it's a city loaded with culture and history. And then we're going to have two other excursions a little bit down here to Girona, that is actually my city, and Figueres, that is the city where Salvador Dali was born, and they have a museum dedicated to him. And Girona has a very good art museum, and it's overall a city also packed with history and a lot of relevant information, right, that has to do with the program: culture, architecture, art, history, etc. The program is going to then end in it says January here. That's all right. We missed that one. It's not going to end in January. It's going to end in June. That would be a long one. It's going to end the 28th of June. All right. If anybody has any question in the meantime, feel free to just go ahead and unmute yourself. So we're going to have a round of questions in the end anyway, but if there's something right at the moment that I explained that it's maybe not clear enough, feel free to just go ahead and make a question. So why Barcelona? As I said before, I chose Barcelona basically because I'm a native and I really know the city and I know how much it has to offer. And I just thought that it was a shame that I was not doing that earlier. So when the opportunity came, I thought, I'm going to jump on it. So the city of Barcelona has a ton of history. Some of you may already have been there, but it has been invaded by a lot of different cultures, and all of that is still visible in the city nowadays, which is actually quite fascinating. You're walking around the downtown and you see a Roman wall, or you see an Arabic structure, and it's actually very interesting. Some of those things have been there for thousands of years, and it always makes me feel very humble walking around, especially downtown, right? Culture. Nowadays, Barcelona is a vibrant hub for art and especially design too. We have a lot of modern art and design museums. They have a lot of festivals, a lot of things going on, especially in the summer. So we may actually be able to join some of those. And it's overall a very alive city. There is a lot of art being created. There is a lot of art being, it's kind of like a meeting point for a lot of different arts and a lot of different medias. So it's actually you're going to feel it by being there, that you're in the epicenter of something big that's happening right in the culture world. Of course, another item on the list has to be gastronomy. As a Spanish myself, I cannot talk highly enough about Spanish cuisine. We're going to have a few dinners together. We're also going to have a cooking class, so we're going to experiment all of that firsthand. I can say no more. Just come and enjoy it with us. There is also a big list, as I was mentioning, of museums that we can see. History museums, art museums, design museums, like enough to satisfy everybody. Another thing that I really like about Barcelona is how safe it is as a city. One thing that I felt like I had to mention, because a lot of my friends who have visited the city, they said there are a lot of pickpockets. That is the only thing to worry about in Barcelona. Other than that, it's an extremely safe city. I remember moving there when I was 17 years old, and I could just walk around at night, even if I had to, alone, and I never ever felt threatened at all. It's a very safe and also very easy to navigate city. We have a very good public transportation system. All right, so for whoever is interested, I'm very happy to send you guys. I have put together a little PDF with explanation of the different neighborhoods if you want to know the city a little bit better. This is the center. Those are not absolutely every single neighborhood in the city. This is more the city area, the center of the city area. This is where the class is going to be. The nice thing about that area is that, so the city center, what would be downtown, would be that area right here. This is the most, if we're getting another student, welcome in. This area of the city is where you're going to find more density of tourists, right? For those of you who have already been in Barcelona. The nice thing about being just a little bit away of that is that you don't get the density of the downtown, but you're still close enough that you can safely walk. It takes literally just 20 minutes, or you can take a couple of metro stops, which again may take just 10, and you're close to everything. This is a very quiet and residential and safe area. So for those of you who may be thinking about getting a separate accommodation, this is the one that I would actually recommend. It is a pleasant, pretty area of the city, just full of locals doing their stuff. Also very good restaurants, I have to say. And it's just very close to all the touristic or cultural activities. Again, I have put together a little PDF with some explanation about all the neighborhoods. If anybody's interested, just let me know in the chat, for example, and then I can send you all guys that information. So the idea for the course is I'm going to keep the same schedule that I have here in the College of San Mateo. The classes are going to run Monday and Wednesday from 9 in the morning to 11:30. The kind of lectures and activities that we're going to be doing are going to be focusing on definitely oil painting, right? So we're going to do a lot of painting, but with the excuse of being in Barcelona, we're also going to do a lot of activities related to the city. We may go outside to paint. We may go to a specific site to try and copy an art piece, right? I cannot promise anything, but I'm trying to get some tickets to go and make a master copy directly from the National Museum. It has not been confirmed yet, but I'm trying to work on getting those activities worked in. And then I need to mention too that the same class policies that we have in the college are also going to be applied for these course, right? Academic honesty, sexual harassment, and equity. If anybody again has any question about those, I'm very happy to send you all the information. All right, and now I'm going to be passing the word on to Paula.
Thank you. My name is Paula Messina. Thank you for having me. I work with AIFS Abroad. We are a study abroad organization that works with over 400 colleges and universities across the country to help set up and support their study abroad programs. We have been doing study abroad for many years. Actually, next year will be our 60th anniversary. And in those 60 years, we've sent over 1.5 million students abroad. I myself was also a study abroad student. My small college was affiliated with the AIFS, and I did a study abroad in Spain, in Granada, in the south. But love Barcelona. It is a city that I've visited many times. I think our forte is that we have local program coordinators. So on Calle Casp, very close, just a few blocks from where you have your study center, is our main office in Barcelona, and that is where you'll have your student services people that are there to support the program, making sure that everything goes as smoothly as possible. So they'll be setting up your housing, and I know you have some questions about housing. We'll get to that slide in just a few minutes, but you'll have your student services people there that are setting up everything from the housing to the cultural activities to the day-to-day, right? Making sure that you feel supported and that any issues or questions that you have are answered, and that you are, any problems that you might have. My debit card doesn't work. I'm not feeling well. I think I need to see a doctor. Your student services support people are there to make sure that everything is resolved as quickly as possible. And that's what we do. And so this is a picture of where we are, also located very close to on Calle Casp. Number 37 is our student services office. I believe that a student services staff member will be coming to you at your study center, but you also have this main office available to you, Wi-Fi, computer lab. The advisors have regular office hours, but they're also on call, which is important, right? They're on call 24/7 for the duration of the program. So if you ever are not feeling well in the middle of the night, you have some kind of emergency, you'll have a local person that you can contact and will assist you with any issue. They'll be running your orientation. So pre-departure, we'll be meeting on campus. We'll get you ready for the program about a month prior to departure. But then once you get to Barcelona, we'll be running an orientation meeting to make sure that you understand the final itinerary, the ins and outs of the program. They'll also run your guided tour of Barcelona, your welcome reception. That's all part of getting acclimated, right, to Barcelona when you get there. This is similar to just a few blocks, right, is the AFS office, just a few blocks from the map that Professor Rafael showed you a few minutes ago. Right, just a couple blocks away. And then housing. So students are housed in single ensuite rooms in a centrally located student residence. You'll have shared kitchen and living space. You'll have laundry facilities on site. Bed linens and towels are provided. Monthly cleaning is included. I don't know if the study, I know that we had a student who's looking to find her own housing. That is also an option. Students that want to find their own housing while they're in Barcelona can find their own accommodation and pay the reduced participant fee. We had a student who wanted to know the location. What I prefer better to do is to have our program manager who is working with our Barcelona staff send you that information by email rather than me giving the address. So that could be something that you could email us about. I think we skipped over the transportation pass. Professor Ferrer, did you want to cover that part of it? Or did you want me to?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Sorry, my PowerPoint was not cooperating for a second.
That happens, I know. Blessed Zoom.
So as I was saying before, Barcelona has a pretty easy to navigate public system. Not only the metro covers the entire city, but also you have a very tight system of buses and trains that take you to the other neighboring cities. The metro, it runs from 5 in the morning all the way until midnight, and then the weekends it runs 24 hours, at least when I used to live in there, and I think that that's probably the case still nowadays. And you can buy a monthly fee, just by paying a monthly fee, you can get that ticket that it's a metro monthly pass.
It's provided, right? It's provided in the price of the program, right?
Yes, exactly. And that is what's going to help you navigate the entire city. Some people have concerns like, oh, do I need to rent a car? What do I do? Where do I park my car? I would 100% recommend to not rent a car. Unless you're going on your own to a different location that it's hard to reach. In Spain, it's quite common that people just use public transportation to get pretty much everywhere, because actually we have one of the best ones in Europe, and it's very safe, it's very clean, it's very punctual. So for those of you who might be concerned about transportation, you can always email me about small details or questions that you have. But overall, my question is going to be, oh, yes, you can get there with public transportation, right? So the metro will cover the entire city and some neighboring cities. And then we have a train system that it's called Renfe, it's like the national system that will take you to neighboring cities. And then if you can see here in the third point, we have what's called the AVE, that's a high velocity train that will take you to other cities in Spain, like Madrid, for example, or Bilbao. Or you can even, for those adventurous ones, you can even get to France, you can get to Paris, I believe, in just a few hours, like 3 or 4. and you can even get to Portugal or Italy. So actually, it's a pretty well-connected city. All right, so let me go to the next slide. Okay, I'm happy to cover that one too if you want, Paula. All right, so there is the art ticket pass that covers pretty much all the bigger museums in Barcelona. So including the Museu Picasso, that is like a must-see for absolutely everybody. And then you can also go to the MACBA, second one in the list, the Museum of Art Contemporánea de Barcelona. That is the modern museum where you can find a lot of the newer artists, both Spanish and local and international. And then we can also go to the third museum, the Museu Nacional, Museu Nacional de Catalunya. That is the one that has all of the, well, all the part of the modernist painters, that those were like the golden age of the Spanish arts in like the 19th century. So all of that art can be seen there. It's a huge, beautiful building that oversees the entire city. Like this is one of the typical photos that you see when you type in Barcelona in Google Images, the beautiful museum with the fountains in front. That is also included in the art pass. And then you have the Fundación Miró and Fundación Tapias. Those are two famous artists from Barcelona that have their own foundations. Really beautiful buildings and really worth seeing, especially the Fundación Miró. It's up in the mountains too, and you can oversee the entire city. And then the last one that happens to be sistering the Museum d'Art Contemporáneo de Barcelona, which again, they have a lot of cultural exhibitions like photography or like film, something a little bit more on the modern side. Okay. So in the calendar, and that is all included in the fee for the program, we're going to have a visit to Caixa Forum. That's another museum that has different exhibitions that there is like they last 3 months, and they sometimes talk about architecture. Sometimes they will talk about film. Sometimes they will talk about, I don't know, astronomy. Like they have a lot of different things. It's a very interesting and eclectic museum, and of course art too. Then we're going to have a guided tour to the Sagrada Familia, which is actually something that it's quite interesting to have. There is a fun story that I'll share with you guys when we are there. But magically, the tickets to the Sagrada Familia went from $20 to $45 in just a year because they had kind of a big problem with their permits. So it's actually very cool that we have that included in the price, because otherwise it would be, if you were traveling on your own, it would be a very expensive item to visit. And I was mentioning before, we're going to have the guided tour on the MACBA, right, the Museum of Contemporary Art, and we're going to have activities like a cooking class, and then a welcome session, and also a farewell dinner. All of that is part of the program fee. So the city of Sitges, that's the one that I was mentioning before. This is a city that is just 40 minutes south from Barcelona. Again, public transportation can safely take us there quite quickly. And in here we have the Museum Cau Ferrat, which is hosts a lot of art from the 19th century, again, like the golden age of the art in Barcelona. And also the Maricel Museum, which they have a lot of local art and one of the biggest names in the Catalan art. It's going to be a full excursion where we're going to be seeing the city itself. It's very pretty, full of scenery. For those of you who like to paint outdoors, who like to do plein air, this is a perfect site for you to do some sketches. We can plan that into the day, and also seeing some museums, right? Also, they have the best paellas on the coast, I have to say. So that's definitely a very good place to go for food. And then the other day trip excursion is going to be going north in the opposite direction to the city of Girona and Figueres. Girona is one of the other smaller capitals in Catalonia, and this is exactly where I'm from, actually. And we have a lot of small museums. They have the biggest cinema museum in Europe. And for example, they have 2 very big cathedrals that are worth seeing. They have very strong architecture, famous for specific little architectural items that are just unique to that one city, and also the museums that I was mentioning before. And then the second city, Figueres, is where Salvador Dalí was from, and we're going to be able to do a self-guided visit to the Dalí Museum. All right. maybe Paul, I can pass the mic back to you for that part.
Absolutely. Oh, sorry. There we go. So the total fee for a group of 15 to 20 students is $4,625. and includes much of what we covered already in the presentation. So it includes airport reception when you get to Barcelona and return on the program dates. We are only able to receive students that arrive on the day of the program and who depart on the program date. It includes your accommodation in single ensuite rooms, shared kitchen and living space, larger facility on site, linens, towels, and Wi-Fi are provided. The transportation pass, so that 1 month of unlimited use on the central zones of Barcelona, the buses and the underground metro. It includes your orientation, and which is a series of activities, including the meeting, your guided tour, your welcome meal. It includes all of the cultural activities that your faculty just described, including the Sagrada Familia, which is, I think, the most visited place in all of Spain, because it is spectacular. The visit to the Park Güell, which is so photographed. It's that view that your faculty has behind her. It is spectacular. Your guided tour of the Contemporary Art Museum, the cooking class, which is so much fun, the farewell dinner, and then your full day excursions to Girona, Figueres, to Sitges. You have your art ticket, which will provide entrance to all of the museums mentioned. You have your staff access to the staff student center, the study center, and our office. You have staff services, including 24/7 emergency contact. You also have a comprehensive medical insurance and travel insurance package, which covers you for the duration of the program. It's up to $100,000 worth of medical care per illness or incident for the duration of the program, plus 30 days after. So if you are traveling on your own after the end of the program, it will cover you up to 30 days. You just cannot return to the US. That's when it would cut off. And then pre-departure services and orientation. I mentioned about a month prior to departure, we will meet on campus in person to get you ready for the program. And that's about it for this one. What's not included, Professor Ferrer, let me know if I'm stepping on any of the slides that you want, but your airfare is not included. Your college tuition and fees would not be included, and I'm pretty sure that Kelly will go over that in a minute. Your personal expenses, including any passport fees or personal travel. I did want to take a second to urge you that if you don't have a passport, to start that process right away. There have been delays this whole year in issuing passports, and we all know that Washington is going through a bit of, the shutdown deadline is coming up in the next couple weeks, and when the government shuts down, so does the passport agency. So get that done as soon as possible, because the delays could be quite significant. Any personal travel is also not included. Any optional excursions would not be included, and we do have an additional there you have, that's right, I forgot for some reason that you have your own passport agency. I always forget that. You are so privileged to have that, the staff there at Study Abroad can help you with that. But there's also an additional protection insurance policy that we will offer when you pay your AIFS deposit. This would cover your program fees in case of cancellation or interruption. So this is a way to protect the fees that you pay to AIFS. And then there is this optional round trip group flight that students can take. Again, it's only offered on the program departure date and on the return date. I think it's a pretty decent as far as airfare. I know that my family does go back to Spain often, and we actually pay about that to Madrid. So I think it's a pretty good competitive rate. So that would be a total of $16.20 for the round trip, but it also includes airport pickup. So that is a nice bit. The next slide, there is this optional excursion to Madrid. It is a 2-day, 1-night excursion to visit Madrid, that including your transportation by high-speed train, which is an experience in itself. And then our program tour manager will accompany you and make sure that you have your accommodation is included, you have breakfast included, you have a walking tour of the city, guided tour of the Prado Museum, and the Thyssen and the Sorolla Museum. And that is an additional $5.95. Professor, I think I stepped on your slides, so go ahead.
Oh, no, that's all right. Actually, you did a perfect job. Yeah, so the reason why I wanted to include Madrid as part of the whole Barcelona trip is because, well, I think that you cannot go to Spain without visiting Madrid. The Prado Museum unfortunately, I have to say there is nothing in Barcelona that compares to the Prado Museum. We have amazing museums in Barcelona, but nothing to that level. There is where you can see all the Velázquez, and you can see all the Goyas, and you can see all the Grecos, and well, among a lot of other art, is a museum that you need kind of like an entire week just to see. So that's why I included that as part of the program. Notice that it's an optional add-on, so it's not included as part of the price, just because I thought that maybe not everybody wanted to go all the way to Madrid. I know that some people don't feel like sitting in a train for that long, but it's kind of like less than 3 hours to actually get to Madrid with the fast train. But yeah, the option of going to Madrid with me, I'm definitely going to be participating. So is out there too. And for that, I think Kelly or Alice, if you could talk a little bit about the enrollment process.
Sure. For the enrollment process, so I just sent you the chat in the application link. You can submit your application right now through AIFS website. And once you submit your application and paid $450 deposit, I will then contact you to submit another form. That's SMCCD program enrollment form. And I will have a field form for you to sign as well. So then we can go from there after. Of course, I will go over with you with financial aid and the possibility of financial aid and the scholarship opportunity as well. Answer all your questions. Those are, you can schedule one-on-one appointment with me. We can go over that after you complete the AIFS online enrollment form and make the deposit of $450. So are units available? Liz asking that question. Yes, it's a 3-unit class. I will put that class information in the chat for you. And Ina, if you could go to the next slide. Yes, scholarship. There are so many scholarship available. The biggest one I will talk about today is Benjamin A. Gilman Scholarship. This scholarship is a federal scholarship. You must qualify for Pell Grant financial aid in order to apply for this Benjamin A. Gilman Scholarship. The scholarship awards up to $5,000 for semester program. For this specific program, that's summer short-term program, it awards up to $3,000. So that's a lot of money. So we will help you with your program with a scholarship application process. And Ina, if you could let me share the screen I have for Gilman, that would be great. Thank you. Now I will share the screen. So this is a Gilman. So then next deadline is in March 2024. So for summer and fall program, you are welcome to contact me after this info session if you don't know if you're eligible for this scholarship. Always talk to me, and I can refer you to financial aid's office to check to see if you're qualified to apply. And this is a big scholarship for study abroad. Then you can you can see the program fee is only a little bit over $4,000. If you can just get $3,000 for summer, they would cover a big chunk of the fee. So I highly encourage you apply for this scholarship. Um, yes, there are other scholarship opportunity as well. We have San Mateo County Community College Foundation Scholarship and other scholarship listed on the at first program, the PowerPoint slides. I can send you all the information to you after the info session. Actually, after the info session, I will send you a follow-up email with program information, scholarship information, financial aid information, and my contact information, so you can contact me for any other questions for the program. So if you can share back your slide, that would be great. So I will put the Gilman website here for you. You can check out the information in the chat. So other scholarship we listed here. See, Fund for Education Abroad and Diverse International Women of Color Scholarship, and all the scholarship listed here. Feel free to explore them. And we can help you with the essays because we have a tutoring center that can they are specialized with helping students with scholarship essays, and you're welcome to send your essay to us. We can review it prior for your application. Next slide, please. Yes. Paula, would you like to go over this, or you want me to go over this part?
Oh, it doesn't, either way, Kelly.
Okay. Yes, creative fundings. Like you can, you still have time. Right now it's October, so the program goes next year, next June. So you have time to save up. Maybe if you have a job, put aside some money every month, and you know you're gonna spend some money in Barcelona. Or if you don't have a job, currently don't have a job right now, maybe look for a part-time job while you're going back to school. And uh, post email or connect to your friends, relatives, family members to see how they could help you, or do some projects. We had a student make bracelet to sell the bracelet to find a study abroad trip. Even for GoFundMe, you never know how strangers might be able to help you. If you have a compelling statement, for example, tell your audience why you want to do this study abroad trip, how this study abroad trip would benefit you, and how this study abroad trip would change your life. And uh, once you have that, people read that, you might touch a lot of people's heart. They might be willing to help you. So definitely look into all the options. Don't let the financial situation limit your study abroad desire. As long as there's a desire, you can find a way to find your trip and connect with other students who wants to study abroad, come up with ideas. Yes, and talk to us about it too. And do I have next slide? Yes, we have our contact information here. And so you can contact me here, and Professor Ina, you can contact her as well. Is this the last slide? So we can open up for a Q&A session. I know some students already asked some questions in the chat. If you have more questions, welcome to unmute yourself and speak.
Well, you're muted now. You're on the hook. Judy, ask.
Hi, Vanessa. Do you have a question?
Oh, Judy here has a question. She wants to know, like, if we get our own housing, how much is the rebate?
Oh, yes, we have that. It's if you want to get your independent housing, the fee is $2,595 instead of $4,625.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
If I may add, Barcelona has a lot of options for Airbnbs. It's a pretty popular app used in there, and also even Booking.com can be like they have month-long rentals. So
Yes.
that would be my recommendation for this.
Sorry, we have one more question. Is the class, can you take it pass, not pass, or is it for grade?
Actually, I'm not sure. That's a good question. I don't know if anybody else has the answer to that one. If not, I can always send you an email with the answer.
All right, thank you.
Just to make sure, so Vanessa, probably Kelly, you have Vanessa's email, right? We could.
Yes, I have Vanessa's email. Vanessa, if you could text message like on the chat, text me about your phone number in addition to your email, and that would be great. Just in case sometimes the email might not reach you, give me your phone number and your student ID number. That would be great.
I actually have some of my students who are interested in this program who come to my classes, so they just make the questions directly to me. One student actually had an interesting question that I'm going to just share on her behalf. She wanted to know if she could participate for 3 weeks instead of the whole program. And I said that it's probably unlikely to be a no, but I just wanted to double check, and also other people maybe here today have the similar question.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, actually, I don't have the answer to that one. I don't know if anybody here does have that answer.
Yeah, that's a good question, and I don't know either. That doesn't happen often. So we would have to double check and get back to students, but generally, the course runs that whole time. So to get the full credits and everything, they would need to be there the whole time.
Yeah.
Right, because it is an academic program, right? This is not just a trip, right? So you have to fulfill the academic obligations, which is attend class for the whole time.
Thank you.
I have a couple notes down, and I'll send that to Matt too.
Come on, Judy.
I don't live in the county, so I have to pay tuition. I have to pay tuition in addition.
Oh, Vanessa.
No,
So,
that's not me.
We're
This is
using,
me.
4 of us are using Vanessa's phone.
oh.
You're very tiny, Alice.
Okay. Yes, the tuition is $46 per unit. So this
And it's
is a 3-unit class.
Okay, can do that. Okay, thanks.
I don't know if there are any other questions.
I have one question.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Is Liz. It says, I know that you said that if you want a single, it's another almost $2,000, but it says right here on housing, single ensuite rooms with Wi-Fi. Can you explain that?
I believe that they're all singles. Let me double check the proposal. I have it up here. I just have to leave, but I don't think that there's a supplement for a single.
Okay, because Alice just sent me a message that there is a supplement for
There
single.
and most of our programs there are doubles, but this program was designed for them to be all singles.
Oh, so there is not a supplement. So really, the total cost is for whatever you said, for
Right. Yeah.
4,000.
Right. There's no single supplement. They're all singles.
Oh,
Yes, right. Alice is right. Most of our programs are designed as double
right.
occupancy, but this program we specifically designed for single occupancy. So there is no additional on this one.
Okay, that's huge. Thank you very much.
Right. And that's why the program fee is probably a little more than what we usually have, because we designed it for single occupancy en suite. Right. And that's why the difference between the not finding your own housing and not finding your housing is so great.
Right. Okay, thank you.
She
And
was
then,
thinking of what we generally do. So I understand why she said that.
Paula, we need to double check with Matt because that additional adds-on information, it is in the document and on our
In
website.
the proposal?
Yes. So we need to double check with Matt.
Okay. Well, maybe then.
okay, please email me with that information then, because.
Yes, we will.
Okay, that would be.
I got the email list, so we'll email you, okay?
Thank you very much.
Does anybody have other questions?
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I watch the video recording of this session? I came in late.
Yeah, of course. We recorded this video and we'll be posting the video on our website, and we will send you a link after. Actually, I'll send everybody a link of the recording.
All right, because I'd like to join this event, but in Barcelona, but I need more information.
Of course, we will send you the information.
What is the deadline for registering for it?
I believe it's March 1st.
Yeah,
Or should I-
March 8th, 2024.
But I can do it immediately.
Yeah, you can do it immediately. Let me send the link to you again, because I just post that in the chat.
I'm a returning student
So this is
Thailand.
application link. So it's first come, first serve. So the space is limited. I would encourage you apply early and pay for the deposit so we can take further action after your deposit was paid. Because there are other steps need to take after your application.
You can share the website.
I'm looking for the.
Yes.
So I don't know, Thomas.
Oh, I see it.
These websites.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question about that as well. If I applied right now, right here, all these paid. So if I applied now and put my deposit, I would always have to if I couldn't go in the end, I would lose $150 if I withdrew before March 8th. So there's no time at this point where I wouldn't lose my deposit if I applied now.
Correct.
That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
I don't think I got the application in that text or the what you sent.
the link in the chat. Okay, let me do that again.
In the chat, the link in the chat?
Yeah,
Hold on just a minute. Let me look at the
link.
chat. I didn't know.
Okay, so it's in there again.
I'm
I
sorry.
will send you an email to follow up as well. I will make sure to provide the application link. And if you go to our website, I'll provide your our website's link as well.
Oh, I
So
see the application link. And it's now.
perfect. That the application goes through. I'm not sure if you missed a part of that. It's AIFS. It's our program provider. So that's a AIFS website link for the program application. It's for Skyline College.
Yeah, I see that one. Oh, it is for Skyline. That's where I'm registered as a student.
Perfect. Well, feel free to email me if you have more questions. I list Ina and my contact information in the chat.
So without reviewing this any further, I just wanted to follow up on that question earlier. It's an $150 application fee, and that is non-refundable.
The deposit, yeah, go ahead. The deposit is $450. If you decide you do not want to go, you change your mind before March 8, 2024, you get $300 deposit back.
I see. So $150 of it is not refundable. The rest is refundable up until March 8th. After March 8th, none of it is refundable.
That is correct.
All right.
Alice, this is Judy. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, Judy?
do the small apartments or the rooms have kitchenettes?
Shared kitchen is an apartment.
Oh, it's an apartment.
Yes.
They have it. So you have your own little apartment, or you have like a room in the apartment?
A room, just a room. So we need to verify, yeah, whether the single room in the apartment is covered by this program fee, or you have to pay additional fee for a single room. So we'll double check that and then send that information to all of you who participate in this information session today.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Judy. I know you with Vanessa. You have 4 people with Vanessa. If you could send me an email with your contact information, that would be great, because I only have one person's contact information who in your group who was registered for this info session. If all of you could send me an email with your contact information, here's my email email. Thank you. Oh, EDU, I had a typo.
Okay.
Yes, thank you, Judy, and everyone with Vanessa.
Who is conducting, who is the faculty member conducting the tour and the classes?
Here, that will be me.
Oh, that's you. Okay. Hi. Then they're almost daily classes. Now, can I bring my spouse with me or my partner with me?
Actually, a lot of other students ask for the same too. And I believe it's definitely an option. I don't know to which extent they can enjoy some of the benefits of the program, though. That it may be a question that maybe Kelly or Alice can help me with, or Paula. So I have at least 4 or 5 students expressing that they want to bring their partners with them, and of course they can join along. But I don't know which of the services could those partners use, or what kind of enrollment would they have to go under.
I could think about one option is have your partner register for this program as well. Then you both can enjoy this program and go together, right? And other options, maybe Alice and Paula can talk about other options.
Unfortunately, unless the partner registers as a student and becomes a participates fully on the program, we could not accommodate them on any of the activities or access to the student center or house them. You would have to do independent housing, and then you know, on your free time, which you'll have plenty of free time, then you can enjoy Barcelona together, but we couldn't accommodate them on any of the activities or trips.
Well, what about the housing? I would want them to be with me in the housing.
Then we would recommend that you find your own housing, right? So then you would do the independent housing option.
Okay, so then do you provide any leads for that? How would I go about doing that?
Basically online, you would do an Airbnb or something similar to that.
Hold on a second. Hold on, please. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't catch the last thing.
Online, right? You would use Airbnb or one of the find a hotel or something like that.
Oh, so I can't, they cannot be in student housing with me?
No, unless they registered as a student.
As a student or as a participant, but they have to pay the same fee and everything?
Right. They would have to enroll as a student with AIFS and through the college. And through
How much would that cost?
The entire program fee.
The entire fee of $2,595.
And then you would find your own housing, correct?
Does that $2,500 include any housing?
No, sir.
Okay, so that the housing is additional to that anyhow.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you missed the whole meeting where we explained the process.
I did.
Right. Yeah. So
Yeah,
it seems confusing.
It seems it's more than $4,000. So if you do choose your own housing, it's just like $2,000. So that's the difference.
I see. And does that? I guess I can find out by reading the material. I think I have it now in my on my screen. That is all the material, all the information included in the application.
Not in the application itself. I would read through the website, through the flyer on the website, and then maybe watch the meeting as well before I started the application.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah, for independent housing, yeah, I'm sure the on-site staff and also Anna can, we offer some information for you if you need help, right? To look for housing yourself. We can support.
Yeah, exactly. I'm showing now the map of the city because I believe maybe you missed that part, Thomas. You can see this little orange dot in the map is where the classroom is going to be located. And also I was mentioning that I have put together a description of the different neighborhoods of Barcelona for you to choose which area you want to be in if you're going to go for the independent housing option. That in this case, it sounds like it's probably the route for you to go maybe.
What was that? I'm sorry. Was that last thing you said?
Oh, that maybe it sounds like the independent housing is the best option for your situation.
Probably.
So I'm happy.
Well, he's a native Spanish speaker, so he's not going to really benefit from classes that are below advanced.
This will be art class. It will be a fun class. Yes, you will have
Yeah, but
you
it's
and your
in
partner will have
Spanish,
so much
is it
fun.
not? It's held in Spanish, isn't it?
No, it's not a Spanish class. It's an art class. It will be focused on oil painting. Am I right?
Yes.
It's an English program.
Yes.
Oh, it's an English program. Oh, it's not. It's not a Spanish program.
Yeah, it's a regular SMCD course taught in English by Professor Claudius.
But why is it in Barcelona?
Because the Barcelona scene is I'm trying to take advantage of the art and culture scene in Barcelona, and also I am local from Barcelona, so I wanted to teach the class that I regularly teach at CSM in Barcelona.
Oh, I get it. All right. Okay, I got it. I'm not a painter.
Also, yeah, it's opportunity for you to learn the culture as well, right? So it's the art in the context of Barcelona and then the Spanish culture. It's different.
What are the opportunities for taking Spanish classes there? Does the college offer any opportunities for Spanish classes in Barcelona?
AIFS has Spanish summer program. Maybe your partner spouse can register for that course, a different program, so you can go there together. But I'm not sure about the dates. I know every summer they do offer Spanish language summer program as well, right, Paula?
Oh, you mean the San Mateo Community College does?
No, this is we have direct enrollment programs where you can enroll at a local university. And among the courses that you can take are courses in Spanish language.
Okay, but would I have to pay through the college?
That would be through AIFS only.
Okay, where do I find out information about those
That is
courses?
on our website, aifsabroad.com.
Abroad.com?
aifsabroad.com. Yeah, I can
Okay.
Yeah, AIFS is our program provider partner. So
Okay.
AIFS website, you will find summer program, Spanish summer program.
Okay, I'll look at their website but it's not through I don't pay the fees through the College of San Mateo.
No, yeah, because it's not, we are not affiliated with that language program. So you pay AIFS directly.
But is San Mateo Community College offering at any of its colleges a Spanish abroad program?
Right now, we don't have Spanish language program in the summer. So they're all faculty led, but it's English program.
I got it.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
do have some Spanish class, regular class offered online or in person here with SMCCCD, Skyline College, CSM, or Kenyatta College. If you like to take those classes, you're more than welcome to look into the program. And then again, this class is focused on art, but then at the same time, you're immersed in the Spanish culture. I'm sure you will pick up some Spanish language. It will be fun, and learning some art, enjoy some art, and learning some Spanish language as well at the same time. If you have more questions, you're welcome to email me or Professor anytime.
Yeah, we
Okay.
will post the recording, right? The link to the recording to the program webpage, and also send an email to all of you who participate today.
Yes. Oh, is Vanessa? Oh, Vanessa just left. Okay. If does anybody have any other questions? If not, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, everybody.